I've always been so intrigued by Ffern as a perfume house, mainly because of the fact it is natural perfumery, and I have a massive weak spot for natural cosmetics, and I just love essential oils. I really feel like the emotional benefit that you get from using those. So I've always been really interested in Ffern, plus their marketing is absolutely spot on for me. It was like it was made for me. However, I've always been like a little bit put off by the way they work. So in case you're not aware, Ffern, they do a ledger, and is that what it is? It's like a subscription service. So every quarter they bring out a new fragrance, either on the solstice or on the equinox. And I love that. So all of their fragrances are inspired by nature, they're inspired by the seasons, and I think that's such a cool concept. What this therefore means is you kind of have to be signed up to receive their fragrances every quarter to be sent their fragrance. If not, you have to do what I have done this December, where I had actually had a friend who was already signed up, and I smelt the Winter 26 fragrance and loved it. And then I had to wait to get a bottle if I was to get one. They then have a waiting list that you have to be on to be sent a fragrance. And the whole idea around that is because of the fragrance being, you know, it's like an artisan fragrance brand. They are not creating mass product. And I love that. I love that that is part of it. It might be a very clever marketing tactic, I don't know. But it's a very clever way of doing things, because it kind of creates this scarcity marketing technique, which is very clever. But anyway, nerding away about the marketing aspect of it aside, I was accepted after a few weeks onto the wait list. I got a place on their ledger and I received my parcel, and I wanted to show you what's it like when you receive a Ffern parcel. Well, let's have a look, shall we? Without showing you my address, this is the little box it comes in. And open up, what do we have here? So starting off, it gives you some information about the fragrance. This one is Winter 26. So this is obviously a fragrance inspired by winter and the season that we're currently in. And then I haven't actually gone into this really, but it's talking about the notes that are in there. Now, with it being natural perfumery, I am pretty sure, 100% sure, well, no, I'm not. I'd say I'm 95% sure that everything that goes into Ffern fragrance is natural. I also think it's organic. You might have to fact check me on that. If it's not natural, then the marketing is doing a very good job of making it out to be natural, but I am 95% sure that it is. If you know otherwise, please let me know below. So it tells you where it was made. So Somerset, UK, it's a British perfume house. It tells you when it was created, which was in October, how long it macerated for and matured for. So as well as that, inside the box, it's also quite experiential, and I haven't done this yet, but here we have a little cinema ticket. Please focus, there we go. A little cinema ticket. Oh, there we have it. Scan to watch the Winter 26 short film in the Ffern digital cinema. So I am going to watch this, and I'm excited to see what it's like. Again, all part of the experience, so I'm very intrigued. In here, we also have, which I have not opened up yet, so should we have a little open. What's in here? Oh, okay, so this is the art. I guess this is the art that comes with, that was designed for this fragrance. The seaweed painting on the front is by an artist called Helen Booth. Each bottle is also accompanied by a hanging paper lighthouse decoration. So this gives a story, I believe, about this fragrance. It's also, oh, here we go, it is in large. It's very pale, so I hope the camera's picking it up. Okay, but that's pretty cool. So you could have a print as well if you wanted. And then it talks about the release schedule, it talks about their sustainability. It also talks about what else we've got in this box, because you're not just getting a cinema ticket and a piece of artwork, we're also getting, in this little guy, we have got a little stone here. Now, I feel like I should tell you a bit more about this because it was just talking about that. I have a feeling it's one that you can spray. Diffusion stones are handmade in Norfolk by traditional tile makers. They have impressed them with a black tang seaweed, which is a key ingredient in this season's fragrance. So that's the pattern that is on there. Spray with Ffern fragrance 5 or 6 times and leave out in your chosen space and refresh as needed. So it's a great way to bring the fragrance into your home. What a lovely idea. As well as that, it doesn't stop there. We have also got another part of the parcel, which is this lighthouse hanging decoration. I'm presuming that I could also spray this. Again, this is linked to the theme of this fragrance, which is obviously, I have to read about it, but situated or based on a lighthouse. So as well as that, getting these lovely immersive things, we also have 2 winter tea bags. It very much reminds me of Lush Spa's treatment called the synesthesia, which is basically about incorporating all of the senses, and this is what they're doing through their perfumery, and I think it's a really cool thing to have this kind of sensory experience with a fragrance. It's very artistic and I'm very on board with it. A couple of little blotters, a little information about Winter 26, the fragrance, and finally, what you will be waiting for, or you will be waiting for when you receive your parcel, is your sample. So you're probably thinking, why are they sending a sample? Well, this is where I think the whole concept of the business gets very clever, because you are then able to try this sample, and if you don't like it, you return the box, you return the perfume, this full size, I think it's 100ml perfume, for a full refund. What a great idea is that? So you get to try it, you've already paid for it, but if you don't like it, you can return it and they will refund you, and that's why places become available on the waiting list for if people return it. So I am not going to be returning this. I think this is an absolutely stunning fragrance. Does that mean I should open it? Go on then. We're in trusty screwdriver. Oh, hello. Look at this. Oh, here we are. Here is the beautiful fragrance. Winter 26. Sun illustration. I think that's really pretty. So we're in. We are into Ffern and I'm very excited. I think that's a really nice little box as well. And this is a beautiful, beautiful fragrance. So I think it's still open for the waiting list if you want to get yourself on it. For me, this fragrance, I'm going to have to spray it again, aren't I? Just to really give you a vibe. Oh, I've got something there. Oh. And now that I've seen all this lighthouse stuff, I'm getting the sea element to it, which I hadn't had before. I think the thing with a natural fragrance is that if you're somebody who kind of loves nature, loves that feeling of being grounded and slow and seasonal, then I think wearing something that has natural raw ingredients in it gives you that feeling of being connected and grounded. To me, when I smell that, it feels really like soulful, it feels really natural, it feels really raw, but in a really like mastered, perfumed way. Like, it's very smooth. It's like a hug. I think of just natural materials, like beautiful worn floorboards and gorgeous rough textured ceramics and woolen cardigans, and holding a hot drink and having a crackling fire, and it feels very cozy and inviting and like it's looking after you. And there's also this lovely kind of uplifting element around this one. Interestingly, I have had 2 guys smell it, and both of them said it smelled very masculine. I can see why they say that. It's a darker fragrance. It's not something that's really light, bright, fruity. Well, it probably wouldn't be for winter, would it? But this is just beautiful. It's a beautiful, beautiful fragrance, and I'm really, really excited about owning a bottle of that. To me, it's very spa-like. You would walk in to a spa, and if you could smell that, you would just breathe and just your body would relax, and that's what this fragrance is. It's very relaxing to wear, very beautiful, and I found the longevity on it actually really good as well. Spraying it on a morning with just my sample and smelling it up until the end of the day. It's not a huge statement fragrance, I would say, but it's one that if someone's lucky enough to get up close to you, they're gonna get a whiff and think, wow, what's that? That's something really unique and something really special. And it kind of helps to give off this relaxing aura. Yeah, it's lovely. It's really lovely. So I'm really pleased I took the plunge and went for it, because I have been debating whether to join Ffern for such a long time. And I'm really excited to be part of the ledger and to smell the next season fragrance and to see what that's like. So yeah, anyway, I know I've gone on a lot, but I was just really excited to share that with you, and to properly open it and unbox this lovely package. And yeah, I'd love to hear from you whether you have used Ffern, whether you smelt Ffern. I believe they've got a shop in London which has all of the archives. I'd love to go there and smell. Oh, how fun would that be? Anyway, I'm going. I have lots to do, but I smell amazing. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.